They stomp, they pout, they whine, and they make faces at strangers just to bug them. Part of the terrible twos? Not really. These are grown men, and their loved ones want them to grow up, all right? Now, you may have a guy like this in your life. My first guest, Angie, sure does, and it's just a few months away from the wedding day. She says she's tired of telling her fiancé to act more like a man and wants him to finally cut the umbilical cord with mommy. Okay, now that's her side. He's got a side. Take a look.
I can't get my fiancé to grow up. When Bill fights, he stomps up the stairs, he'll slam doors. He pouts like a little girl.
I do pout. I don't like to whine. But in an argument with her, whining is mostly me just trying to plead with her to listen to me.
When are you gonna grow up?
Whatever, Ange, I'm done. I'm really lost.
Bill will call his mommy at least 5 times a day, maybe even 10. There's been times that he calls her right before we lay down to go to bed.
We are great friends. From shopping, lunches, trips, we have so much in common.
If that makes a mama's boy, then I guess he's a mama's boy.
He relies on her way too much. Mommy this, it's mommy that. Mommy says this, mommy says I should do that.
Hello?
Hi.
He knows I'm a safe haven. He might call me every day for a week if he's having problems or needs money.
Bill stays with his mom once a month. I call it a slumber party. He's having slumber parties with his mommy. That infuriates me. You don't just go and spend the night with your mama and leave your family at home. I'm the woman that he's gonna marry. I say, go marry your mom. I have already started to resent Bill's mom. If it continues this way, I am gonna hate her, and probably him as well.
He would call me and I could hear Angie in the background saying, "Is that mommy?"
I see Bill as less than a man because he still needs his mommy so much.
Angie's been through so much with her other marriages. She's definitely more mature than Bill is in that way.
Bill is a drama queen. He likes to break up on a weekly basis. Every time we get in a fight, he'll start throwing things in boxes and break out the packing tape. He'll either go to his mother's or he'll go over to one of his buddies. Bill and I are supposed to get married in a couple months. I don't want to postpone the wedding, but right now, if Bill and I were to get married, I definitely see it ending in a divorce. Dr. Phil, can you help me to get my groom to grow up?
So what do you say about all of that, Bill? She says that when you get upset, which is often, that you pout, stomp your feet, and whine.
Those things.
Do you do that?
Those things have happened. You know, I think that it's out of frustration from not being listened to. I get nothing but yelled at. I don't get any time to actually listen to what I have to say about a situation. If she disagrees with it, then that's just it, plain and simple. There's no accepting of listening to what I have to say about a situation.
Yeah, but that's an odd response. I mean, if what you're saying is true, if she's a know-it-all, her way or the highway, rigid, all of that, pouting and stomping and whining seems like an odd response from a full-grown man.
I guess I probably don't know a different way of dealing with it. I don't know what I should be doing when I try to talk. It just seems to come out of frustration.
Do you leave and go hang with your mom?
I have been to my mother's house probably to spend the night there twice in 6 months, maybe. I went there one time to go up there and just spend the night when we weren't getting along. And then another time I went there, but I actually didn't stay there. I stayed with some friends.
But he tells me he stays with his mom. So
this is mom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you don't have animosity towards her?
Not yet.
You go, girl.
But
And it's probably because of
But you're getting there.
I am getting there, yeah.
Okay, because you think she's interfering?
I think Bill lets her interfere. And there's been times that he'll talk to his mom and she'll call me and say, I need to talk to you about what Bill has been talking to me about.
Are you interfering?
No, I may have done that once in a year.
She's interjected once and she's no problem.
I don't. Actually, you know, I don't know what goes on between them two that make her think that I'm so involved. Personally, I'd rather just stay out of it.
Angie says you call her at least 5 times a day, sometimes 15 times a day.
maybe once every other day to check in and see how she's doing.
That you've called her when you were lying in bed with Angie, and you say that she's your best friend, and that you're way over involved in this whole thing. Now, I got to tell you, I kind of agree with you on this point. I do think to the extent that you're involved, you're kind of getting pulled in.
I'd just rather stay out.
Yeah, but you have expressed your opinion a fair amount.
Oh, I have an opinion. I'll express it.
Yeah. I pulled some things out of the emails that you've written to Angie here.
Oh my God, you have them.
Yes.
I don't remember what they said.
Yeah, well, I'm going to refresh your memory.
I feel like I can't tell Bill things without his mother knowing.
Angie's ex-husband made a threat that if she didn't send him some nude photos, he wouldn't pay her the child support.
And lo and behold, he calls his mommy and tells her. Then I have to hear it from her how inappropriate that was. But what's inappropriate is that she even knew.
Well, my guests today want the men in their lives to grow up. Now, Angie says her fiance pouts, whines, and whenever they fight, she says he calls his mommy. Now, Bill says there's nothing wrong with his relationship with his mother. Take a look.
I see Bill's mom as a meddling mother-in-law.
She has helped us out when we've needed it.
I backed them with my heart, my emotions, and financial because I wanted this family so much.
Any little thing, what he had for dinner to our relationship is all channeled through his mother. If I have an issue with one of my children, he calls his mom to discuss what she thinks needs to be done.
But the next time Boston sits on the floor like that, don't overdo it.
She's a mother, and she gives out advice.
At times, I think that Bill's mom is against our relationship.
I've already told both of them I don't know that they can make this work, and if they can't, they need to get out of it.
The three of us had a blowout a couple weeks ago. There were a lot of emails shooting back and forth.
I told her everything I could think of. I got quite wordy.
She sent me emails that says that if he was indeed a mommy's boy, that he would have left me a long time ago. Sweetie, he has never taken my advice, trust me, or he would have already been gone.
If they got married right now, I have to admit, I wouldn't be looking forward to it. I think Bill and Angie both need to call off the wedding now.
I keep telling myself she's not going to be here forever, but it feels like forever.
What was that?
What do you mean by that?
I try to think of how close he is with his mother. He lost his father. And I keep thinking, well, you know, his mom's not going to be around forever.
Well, you're not just like biding your time for her to...
No, and I'm not. I'm trying to think of that to help me deal with their relationship, because I don't know if maybe I am being the one that's inappropriate, thinking that their relationship is wrong.
I kind of want to talk about what everybody's role in this is. You know, I've written a book called Love Smart.
Yeah.
And what I do is encourage people to love smart, not dumb. Okay? and you know, part of that, it says, find the one you want, fix the one you got. And so the question is, who needs a wrench on them here? Who needs fixing in this deal? Now, it sounds like you're kind of waiting for her to...
No, and I don't want,
you know,
I don't want it to
kind of hit the silk.
Like that. No, and I don't want that. I don't, because Bill is close with his mom.
Well, but you did say that. And has she hurt your feelings?
Many times.
And do you think you have?
I hurt her feelings very badly, I am sure, during the email. But any other time other than that, I didn't know that I did. If I did, it wasn't intentional to hurt anybody's feelings.
The question on that is whether or not you would have both sides.
You've told her not to wear low-cut tops?
I don't remember ever telling her that. I'm sorry, I don't.
Well, you actually...
I've commented on the fact that sometimes when she was wearing them to work, it seemed like they were a little bit
I think you called them booby blouses.
I don't remember ever... I didn't say that term.
Bill
Really?
calls them booby shirts.
DrPhil, that's not a term that I would use.
Well, that's your term.
Oh, that's my term.
And that's the ones
I
that
wouldn't
you...
use
That's
it,
the
no.
ones you get upset with. You think they're too revealing?
Well, that's just me. That's the style now, though.
But you have said things. You said, so no, this is not going to work. It can't. Talking about their relationship. You went on to say they're both too selfish.
Yes, they are.
You said, do you want him to just leave? He genuinely loves you and it's killing him. He loves you enough to go over the deep end, and I promise you, in caps, I won't let that happen.
Did I do that?
You did do that.
I believe you. No, I don't remember. I was so angry. I don't remember what started the email. I was so angry with her.
You said, I love my kids as much as you say you do. Lord knows you don't love Bill. You love what you think somebody can do for you.
I believe that.
Yeah, that's a little
I'm
rugged.
sorry. Well, there's reasons I feel that way, so I'm sorry.
As much as I love Angie, there are parts of me that believe that.
Yeah.
I've loved her for so long, but the problem is that there have been so many things that have just been, no matter what I do, it's not love for me, it's a lot of love of what I've given her.
Why are y'all rushing to the altar if this is the way you feel about each other?
When I look at her, I've never felt and know that I would never feel as much love as I do when I look at her. I love her deeply. And I've always have. For the past 17 years, I've taken care of her through 3 marriages.
And do you love him?
Very much.
Why are you on MySpace with these provocative pictures?
It was just that one picture, and I
Oh,
canceled.
it's provocative.
It was. I'm a mother of 3, and to know that I might still be attractive kind of feels good. And it wasn't to get attention like he thinks it was.
You would have to see the responses back and forth from other men online in order to answer that question.
Angie defines love in terms of sex. I don't know what makes me say that. That just came out. Dr. Phil could analyze that. But in terms of what you give her, she likes jewelry, she likes to live in a nice house, she wants to be financially sound. Bill, on the other hand, doesn't have that much money, but he'll spend the money whether he should or not.
Okay, Angie claims that her fiance Bill needs to grow up. Now, I recently wrote a book called Love Smart, Find the One You Want, Fix the One You Got. So I want to talk about fixing some of Bill and Angie's issues before they even think about walking down the aisle. Now, Bill says that his bride has some growing up to do herself.
Angie constantly needs attention from other guys. It's a requirement.
Bill often asks, why do I need attention from other people? Shouldn't his attention be all I need?
She's told me I need other people to let me know I'm beautiful. Whenever guys talk to her, it's always sexual. Angie created her own profile on MySpace. She made it sound like she was single. Then she posted these sexy pictures of herself on there.
She sent it to me. Oh my, on the bed with a low-cut top on with her lips pouted.
The main picture of me was a sexy pose, but all the rest were of my children and of Bill.
It was extremely provocative. I'm sorry, but it was. It said something to the effect, I'm not perfect, but parts of me are perfectly awesome.
I can't even tell you how many responses Angie got on that page, and most of it was all sexual. She told me I need the attention. It makes me feel good.
The MySpace page says, I'm desperately in need of attention from you, whoever you are.
I wasn't using it as a tool to meet new people or to make Bill jealous.
The people that bothered me were the ones looking for sex and Angie maintaining conversations with these people.
This is not a woman that loves my son the way he deserves to be loved.
Okay, let me just get to the point here of what I think about this. Would you like to know?
Absolutely.
Would you like to know?
Definitely.
Do you have any interest?
I am not sure.
Can't pretend like we're not scared to hear the answer.
Well, first off, I think you're a victim in this.
Thank you.
I really do. I think. No, I'm serious. You said you didn't want to know what I thought, so I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, please.
No, now you want to know, right? No, seriously, I do think you're getting pulled into this with both of them. I think Bill talks to you a lot. You're 32, right? Mm-hmm. Never been married. Mm-hmm. So this is the primary female relationship in your life. Of course it's deep. Of course it's well entrenched. Of course there's a strong pattern and connection there. That's only natural. There's nothing wrong with that. But when it comes time to marry and make your own family, then you really do need to shift a lot of that energy towards your wife. You need to talk to her about the things that you used to talk to mom about. You need to spend time with her resolving things instead of going to mom to resolve them. This has been a natural flow channel, and there's not one thing that I see that is inappropriate in the relationship the two of y'all have had. But there is a paradigm shift when you marry. It says, leave your mother and father and cleave to one another. It's time to do some cleaving. Not cleavage, cleaving. So it's time that you do have a shift in that, and you support that, correct?
I really do. I don't want to, you know, when he calls me if they're fighting or something, I don't really want to know what they're fighting about.
Of course you don't. She doesn't want to hear all of that. And here's the problem. This is the biggest problem that people make when they do what you're doing. When you're upset with her and you go talk to your friend, your mother, your life supporter about it, she hears the frustrations. She hears the negatives. She hears the criticisms. When you make up, she isn't there. She's not there. So all of the healing, all of the resolution, all of the positives, she doesn't get. All she ever gets are the criticisms. And so that can cause you to have a very biased look towards her. And there are things you should be able to say to him that don't go to his mother.
She doesn't hear everything that goes on between us. That's a high exaggeration of everything. The only time
well,
she does
wait a
is
minute.
fights.
I didn't say she hears everything. I'm telling you, in my opinion, she hears too much.
Okay.
You need to shift that relationship, okay? And it's not a betrayal of your mom, but you do need to put up a boundary that says, I'm now focused here. Speaking of boundaries, you have this ongoing dialogue with your ex-husband.
I have to speak with him. He's the father of my 3 kids.
Okay, you should have a relationship with him as co-allies of those children, but there needs to be some boundary there as well. That he is not your confidant, he's not your friend. Send him pictures. Send him pictures. I mean, that's ridiculous. And this stuff of being on MySpace saying, I need attention, that's a requirement. You can get attention right here. If you want attention from somebody else, then you don't need to be getting married. Yeah. No, seriously, that's a boundary issue.
This is my wedding ring. I put this ring on the day I asked Angie to marry me.
Every time we get in a fight, it comes off of that ring finger, and he'll always switch it over to his right hand. And I think he's trying to prove a point to me, but I don't get it.
You've been married 3 times.
Yep.
This would be your 4th.
Yep.
Don't you think that you ought to try something different?
I thought I was.
No, I mean, really, and that's why I'm trying to give you some different perspective, and you're kind of saying, no, look, if it's kind of like if I'd gotten in a car 3 times and run it off in the ditch 3 times, and I'm not saying it was your fault, and in fact, the biggest mistake you made in those 3 relationships was in the screening process.
Right.
Because when you got them home and got them unwrapped, they weren't worth keeping.
No, they
Okay?
weren't.
And I predict none, 0, zip, nada of that from this guy.
No, he's
This
not
is
like
a
that.
good man with solid values, solid beliefs, great work ethic, good heart. He's loved you since you were 15, 16, 17 years old.
Yeah.
He sat back while you married 3 losers.
I know.
And still has a willingness to love you and marry you. I don't think I'd be quite so critical of him. This is probably the first decent guy. This is probably the first decent guy that's loved you. So I think I'd be finding a way to kind of either resolve or look around. I don't think I'd be criticizing because he called his mother too much. But let me tell you, statistics are against you guys. The United States Census Bureau and the Step Family Association have done a lot of research on this. And the likelihood of a divorce in a 4th marriage is anywhere between 60 and 90%. Okay, now this is your 1st marriage. That brings the average way down, which is in your favor. But here's what you've got to do. You don't know how to be married. In fact, you know how not to be married. You know, there are things
But
that...
I want to be married.
Pardon me?
I want to be married. I don't want to be alone the rest of my life or go through another divorce.
Then you need to learn how to be married. You need to learn how to be married. You two don't know how to be married.
Absolutely.
You have unrealistic expectations. You have unrealistic responses to frustration. You have absolutely horrible communication skills.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you pout and stomp.
It's like I said.
You're kind of tall for a tantrum. Do I think you two can be married successfully? The fact of the matter is I do. I actually do. I think you two can be married successfully. You might even can be married successfully in September.
That would be great.
But there's gonna have to be a whole lot of heavy lifting done between now and then, and I am happy to help you with that. You need some premarital counseling, and if you get it, you'll be fine. And if you don't, you'll be divorced. It'll be 4 and 1, you'll be divorced. You won't have a snowball's chance in hell of making it if you don't do your homework first. If I set it up for you, will you do it?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Okay, and you'll watch?
I will watch, but I do have a question.
All right.
Okay, they're going to be married. I love those kids with all my heart. I never get to see them because I happen to smoke. And I don't smoke around them. But after what she's just said about me, and does that mean I'm not going to have a life with those kids that I love?
My mom can never see the kids.
This
Angie
was
doesn't
the
allow them
result
into her
of our
house.
last fight with the emails shooting back and forth.
Okay, look, you don't want to be doing that. There's nothing greater than a grandmother's love. There's nothing greater than extended family. I mean, really.
They love her. If you could meet these 3 kids, they're the most wonderful children in the world. She's the best mother I've ever seen. I mean, I've never seen 3 more emotional and loving kids, and they love my mother so much.
They do, but when I get my kids out of her house, they have asthma attacks because my kids have asthma and she smokes
I have
in
never
her home.
seen
She
one.
doesn't
They've never
smoke
had
around
one.
my kids.
Well,
I don't smoke there.
We can work to resolve that, but you don't want to hold those children
No,
hostage.
and I don't do that.
You know, don't do
And I
that.
see no reason
Well, I'm saying
of
they come
even
up there and
meeting.
visit her mother and stuff. I never see them. They don't call me and say me they're up in the area or nothing.
And-
No,
and
she
you-
does, and she
I
shows
feel
up at
very
my mom's
left out.
house.
Yeah, okay, but really, you can, again, I'm telling you, you need to know how to learn how to be married, and do not use those children as pawns,
No,
and do
and
not
I don't
withhold
wanna do
them from
that.
his mother. He will resent you for that, and then that starts undercutting the foundation. Let me work on this, okay? Trust me. Tyler and Rachel moved into his mother's basement when Rachel was first pregnant, and that was 2 years ago. Now, Rachel says it's time to move out and grow up. Take a look.
I have one infant son, but I feel that I also have a teenager living in my house. I wish that Tyler would grow up and start accepting more of his responsibilities.
I am very immature. I'm like a 24-year-old, with a 4-year-old mind.
He assumes that I'll be there to take care of all the responsibilities. He is out with his friends all the time, drinking, partying.
I play in a band called The Antics, and we're full of ridiculous antics. We drink, hang outside in front of bars. We're rude and offensive. You know, we'll wrestle and act stupid for attention. It's awesome.
The last time Tyler went out with his friends, he ended up getting nailed with a $125 fine. Just last week, Tyler came home after partying and he put some food in the oven and fell asleep. He's almost burned the house down at least 3 times. I'll call you if he comes back. If I was not here, everything would pretty much fall apart.
I don't take finances seriously at all. I can't really see myself paying bills because I'm just not interested in it.
He has no problem spending $400 on a new bass guitar. I'm the one always struggling to pay the bills. We live in the basement apartment of his mother's house. He relies on his mother for everything, from raiding her refrigerator to going to her for money.
Tyler owes me over $2,000. It's back rent, tickets for show, gas money, cigarette money, spending money, going out with his friends, beer money. You know, it's pretty bad when you have to keep a list because he borrows so often. I try to talk to Tyler about finances.
How do you expect me to pay that?
He just throws his hands up in the air, says he doesn't want to hear about it.
Whatever,
You have
man.
obligations, you've got to learn to face up
Whatever.
to it.
That's all you care about.
No,
That's
it's
all you
not
care
all
about.
I care about.
Whatever, man.
His attitude is, screw it.
I believe that they gave birth to me, so they should pay for me for the rest of my life.
If Tyler thinks that I'm being too responsible, he has told me that I'm too much like his mother.
I like her company when she's had a couple of drinks. She's more fun and less responsible. Everything's more fun when you got a little bit of booze in you. I don't want to grow up. I don't like it when people tell me to grow up because it harshes my mellow. You must have a pretty life if you're serious all the time. I love being a kid.
It scares me. I don't know if he's going to change. DrPhil, Tyler will not grow up. How can you help?
Unleash the beast.
I'm curious why you came to. Have you ever seen this show?
Yeah, I have.
You watched this up in Canada?
Yeah, once. I always make fun
Were
of
you
her for
sober?
watching it, though. Yeah.
when you saw it. So why did you come?
I don't know, actually. To, meet you.
What did she tell you right before the show about me?
She said you were 6'7" and gonna kick my ass.
I really get the feeling that I would have to stand in line for volunteers to kick your ass. What do you think about all of this? This is your common law husband, because in Canada, if you live together for a certain period of time, then you're declared as common law husband and wife. You want to have a walk down the aisle marriage.
Yeah, I would, like that eventually.
Were you watching the show? You were right here watching and paying attention?
Yeah.
Did you hear me going over with Angie about her screening process?
Yes.
And how she was picking?
Right.
Because you basically have said, Tyler, and I'm sure you're a nice guy. Seriously.
Oh,
I mean,
he is.
you're probably a lot of fun and all to hang out with once or twice a year. When you just want to go out and get crazy. Of course, with you, it's your job. But you said, I just really don't care. All of this stuff about responsibility and accountability and paying bills just harshes my mellow. What the hell does that mean? You just want to party and rock out and have a good time.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Well, you should have thought about that before you had a kid. Because now you have a child, and by the way, I've seen lots of footage around you with the child. I also saw you with the child backstage here today, and it looks to me like you couldn't be more loving and caring and giving and attentive with that child. I mean, you obviously have real energy for this child.
I'm a child myself, right? Child's best friend is another child, right?
Yeah.
No, it's more than that.
It's more than that. I mean, it's not just that he's somebody to hang with.
Oh, no.
Do you ever feel funny when you say, okay, see you later, and you don't come home for 4 or 5 days, and so you don't see him? Like you were just gone for like 3 days, right? Once he said, I'll be back in a minute, and he's gone for 3 or 4 days, and you say you're kind of used to that now?
Yeah, well, he was going to play a show, so I knew
Right.
he'd be gone for the night, but I thought he'd be back the next day.
But
and
he
he didn't
didn't?
show up until the night before our flight, so.
Yeah, so he was gone for a few days. And that's just okay with you?
No, it's not okay. I don't want to feel like the mom.
Yeah, but you are a mom, not his.
Well, yeah.
And okay.
I don't want to feel like his mom.
Well, the question is, how does that behavior affect the 18-month-old son as he grows up?
My biggest concern is that Tyler's traits will rub off on our son, Jake. I wish that Tyler would grow up.
I don't want to grow up. In the near future, there might be a need to grow up, but right now I'm just having fun.
Well, Rachel says it's hard to talk to Tyler about his responsibilities because he doesn't take criticism well. I would think he would have had a lot of practice at that, given his lifestyle. Tyler says Rachel constantly tells him to grow up, but he likes being a kid. In fact, when people tell him to grow up, he says, no way, not interested. True?
Yeah, pretty well, yeah, I guess,
So,
yeah.
okay, just kind of go over with me exactly why it is that all the rest of us in society, particularly your wife, your mother, your family, why we should all have to drag you. You don't pay bills, you don't contribute to the home. You just say, hey, I just want to have fun. I just want to go out and just headbutt everybody and crowd surf and drink beer and get crazy and be rude, and it's a lot of fun. I got that, but how come we got to drag you while you go out and not pull your own weight?
We were gonna break up a while ago, and it finally clicked into my head that I don't need a job, I need like a career kind of thing, and I feel
Exciting career in brain surgery or something?
getting brain surgery or giving. I want to make horror movies. And a life story about myself. I don't know.
Do you think you drink too much?
Not too much, no, not really enough.
Because I'd think you'd want to be able to hold the camera kind of steady
Well,
if
yeah, I
you
don't
were
want
going
to
to
be a cameraman. No, I
You
need
think
someone
you don't
sober to
drink
do that.
enough?
No, not really.
You think you need to drink some more?
I'd like a drink right now.
I can well imagine. So you want to you want to formalize this. You want to walk down the aisle and.
Oh, no, not with the way it is now, no way. I just want to know if it's going anywhere. I don't want to waste my life. Like, I have a lot of things that, like, I want to do in places that I'm going, so I need to know if he's going to be able to get to that level or...
How good's your music?
No one here would like it.
Yeah.
Maybe on Hollywood Boulevard, there's a couple people panning for change that would listen to it.
I mean, is it hard rock?
Punk rock?
Punk rock? Is it good punk rock?
Yeah,
I
in his
consider it
scene,
good punk rock, yeah.
He's really popular
Yeah.
in that scene.
Yeah, we're a pretty big band, I guess, like for punk rock.
Uh-huh. You get paid for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you do with that money?
Drink. Pretty much. I don't actually get paid. We get paid. Like the band, band circulates. We buy CDs, shirts, booze,
Yeah.
and then
So, have you ever heard that line from the song that says, "Ain't that the way it always goes? You never know what you got till it's gone"?
I have.
I mean,
It
if
means-
you get to the point where she finally says, "Look, my child is now getting old enough that he is impacted by the role model of his father, and I don't want to raise somebody that just unplugs and won't get involved in life," and so she takes that child and goes back to Hawaii. Would that be a relief to you?
It wouldn't exactly be a relief, no. But at the same sense, I could picture myself being a good dad, but not a good husband. Like, in a sense, I don't really want to get married, just because I'm pretty sure she'll, be getting remarried. So, like, why get married if you're pretty sure you're gonna get divorced?
At this point, you recognize that by every standard, every yardstick, you're immature,
Yeah.
unproductive, and irresponsible.
Yeah.
And you have no motivation to change that. Because it's working for you, right? I mean,
guess
you're having a
it,
good time.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah.
So, can I put those dots any closer together for you? I mean, it's all of those things that trouble you, and you say, I am not interested in changing that in any way.
I do want to learn how to, I guess, have my band life and stuff like that, and then come home and be, responsible.
It is sometimes like he has split personalities because when he is there, he can be so good to me and so fun to be around and great with Jake, and then other times it's like, do I know
but
you?
she's paying bills. You're living in your mother's basement. You're being supported. You're being carried. If you were really good at your music and you approached it as a business where it could pay you instead of just an excuse to party, then it might be different. But at this point, you have a wife and a child, and you ain't paying for them. They're having to cover you instead of you cover them, and that won't work.
Yeah. Which
You
is
got
why
it.
I'm going to school, because I can make music videos for my band and do stuff like that. Or
But when you make them, you got to not drink up the money. You got to bring it home
Yeah, that's
buy
true.
clothes and all of that. I want you to watch the tape of this show 10 times for me, sober.
10 times? Oh, God.
He's not.
You don't want to further get into this right now.
No, it's not. No.
And you need to understand you get in this world what you ask for, and you're being way too easy to get along with on all of this. You need to put your foot down. You want yourself and your child to be treated with dignity and respect. then you need to require that. And if you don't get that, then you do need to move on. But you've got to require what you want. And if he isn't willing to give it to you, then you need to face that, and the sooner, the better. Okay? I want to thank my guests for being here today, and I hope you're hearing what I'm saying about you're going to get what you asked for. You're being way too accepting of this behavior. There's no reason to change. And you either are going to get the change or you need to admit that you're not, because you don't get to have any fun anymore, do you? You're always doing the work. You're always carrying the load. You're always answering the bill collector's calls. You're handling all that and that's not being a man. You know, be a musician, rock hard, but stand up and be a man with your family and your child. There's no other way out of it.